Right, so after the yeah, if you've just seen my last video, after the the failed start of an acid, so I do feel a little bit bad. Somebody sent me that as a gift off YouTube, but I was going to persist with it until I saw what Jack sent me, and then yes, I was going to jump in and smoke some of that, but I'm not. I'm going to savour it because I'm a little bit tired and I want to truly appreciate it. So this is going to be a review, slightly tipsy review of the Opus X Robusto. I've had this for about 2 years. Yes, I have taken the band off. The glue was coming a little bit done on the edge and sticking out, and I'd kind of scratched it against some other cigars in the humidor, so I took that off. So it's been sat in the humidor for a while. Still have the original bit of cedar and red ribbon at the bottom, which is how I can identify it. Now the aroma of this, I can still smell a bit of that Drew Estate acid on my fingers, and it's been about 45 minutes since I failed with, well, since I destroyed that cigar. Not a very strong aroma from the wrapper. Lovely tobacco smell. Slightly sweet woods maybe. From the foot, not a great deal, to be honest. I'm not getting much of an aroma out of this. I don't seem to be able to locate another cutter on this desk. I do actually have loads of cutters somewhere. The tail always with cutters and pipe tampers and things like that. I can never find the damn thing, so please don't destroy this cigar. Right, not too bad. Right, so construction wise, it is a lovely, lovely silky wrapper. It's got a little bit of oils to it. It's very subtly teethy, not many veins on it. Quite smooth construction wise. It does have some bumps in the filler and binder underneath. A cold draw, pre-light. Beautiful, beautiful, perfect amount of draw. Some very, very delicate woods, a little bit of sweetness, but not a lot. But no, I am looking forward to lighting this. So I'm just going to light this up because I take quite a while on lighting cigars like this. So just bear with me, and I shall be back in a moment. Right, so it's been a while since I've last had one of these. I waited a long time to get these cigars as well when I first ordered them. The first draws are so beautiful. Lovely woody flavours. A bit of a burn issue already. A bit of a plug. Oh, I've got a bit of a canoeing happening from the word go. Oh well. Some lovely woods, delicate amount of spice on there. Creamy draw. Delicate sweetness on the exhale. Fuente makes some absolutely amazing cigars, and the Opus X, they just tick every single box for me. So it's a relatively subtle start. A bit of a canoeing issue, after a bit of a touch light on this. Don't like cigars that burn uneven. Not that it's got much of a problem in the flavour. some kind of sweetish, almost not floral, kind of slightly herbal grassiness to it. It's such a wonderful, clean, crisp flavour to them. So I'm going to smoke this first third. And I'm going to come back and let you know how it's progressing. Burn seems to be resolving itself, which is good. Lovely, lovely, lovely white ash there. So, like I say, I'm going to crack on with this first third, and I shall return to let you know how it's progressing. So, speak to you shortly.
Enjoy this ska.
So, pretty much at the third point. I don't usually keep the ash on this long. I'm actually surprised it's hanging. It's kind of drooping a little bit. This is a phenomenal smoke. It's not overly dynamic, but there's quite a bit going off in there. A subtle amount of spice, but on the whole, it's quite sweet. So, to start off with in this third, the very, very sweet draw with hints of coffee. The exhale was fruity with some very, very, very fruity, with some lovely woody undertones and a very small amount of delicate spice on the finish, with again some very nutty, kind of almost toasted nuts, kind of roasted chestnuts sort of thing. Subtle amounts of beans, again kind of like that coffee flavour, but it's a lot sweeter. There's some lovely sweetness in the smoke. Started off kind of a light to medium body, we're hitting more medium to full bodied already, and like I say, let's call it a third. I'm pretty much progressing towards the halfway point. As you made my way through this run, increase in the spice on the draw, but it's still quite a delicate amount of spice. The sweetness is dying away a little bit. There's a lot more nuts on the draw, and I'd say that coffee's become more of a delicate little tang. The exhale's is lovely and sweet with still those fruity flavours, but they're just more on the fringes and lots of herbs. And the finish is sweet and earthy with nuts, a delicate spice. I've got a lovely kind of dry little bit of spice at the back of the throat. These are phenomenal cigars. It's a bit of a political story with them in the UK, but they just taste so damn good. I've said this a lot with Fuentes. They're one of my favourite Dominican Republic cigars, and they're just every aspect of them. I'm so glad that this is holding together. I had so many problems. Right, the red light is flashing, so the battery is dying. So I'm going to crack on. We'll come back closer towards the end, second, third, and let you know how she finishes off. But Opus X, mwah, gorgeous. Right, so I'm well into the last third, and I've just covered my keyboard in ash again. I got to the halfway point before the last ash fell off. In fact, if I'm careful, I tend to wave my hands around a lot, and I managed to accumulate that much ash, which for me is quite a bit. And then I've just dropped a load all over the keyboard. Oh well. But anyway, so sort of like the middle run, if you will. Flavours changed slightly, not too drastically, all sticking in the same kind of flavour profiles. The draw, lovely, sweet, leathery flavours with hints of licorice. Like a very sweet, florally kind of licorice flavour. The exhales, herbs, that lovely fruitiness. There's the nuts, the coffee, and a delicate amount of spice. And the finish has that sweet, licoricey flavour again. Without the herbiness, but then there's some lovely subtle dry spice there, some woods, some nuts, and it's progressing on pretty much similar sort of lines. Really do love the flavours on the exhale. Getting a little bit more hints of dirt and things in there, but I love the leatheriness that it's turned into. These are phenomenal cigars. I have one left after this of the Robusto, and then I have that rather small one, which I cannot wait to try. So, so yeah, more of the rums going down, and my notes are becoming a little bit more sparse, a little bit more gaps in between. But no, I really truly do love these, and I'm so glad the wrappers held up. Been reading a few other people's reviews. I'm not the only person who's had problems with the wrappers. Kind of the filler swells, so the filler and binder swells so much it just splits this thin, delicate wrapper to pieces. But flavour wise, they're amazing. Price point, you pay a lot of money for these. I'm sure when I bought these, this was going about 22, 24 pound a stick, which at the time, and still now, is quite a lot of money for a Dominican Robusto. Like the Angios, they sold for quite a bit less. The Angio 77s, they were freaking phenomenal smokes as well. So, like I say, it just goes from strength to strength. Nicotine wise, it's very, very smooth and creamy to smoke. It packs a decent amount of nicotine, but the flavours are light. The finish is so long. It's just an aftertaste that I almost don't want to draw on the cigar anymore, because I'm going to lose that aftertaste. But such gorgeous cigars. Keep getting the fruity notes back. It's almost not quite peachy. It's just a lovely, soft, delicate fruit flavour. Not a lot of it, mind you, just a little small amount of those flavours, but no, the Opus X, I absolutely love them. So I'm going to finish off these last few draws, and then I shall come back and give you a bit of a summary. But as you can tell so far, going to be a damn good summary. So I shall return again. So I'm at the end now. It's getting a little bit bitter. In fact, these last dying draws don't taste good at all, to be honest. So I'm just sit and let it die. So, the last third. Flavours a lot more lighter, a little bit more subdued. Does have a nice finish on it though. Caramelised dirt. Oh. So anyway, yeah. So the last third, the draw was very light in flavour. Had a lot more fruits, a lot sweeter than it had been. The exhale, again, lots of fruits, bits of herbs and that sweet licoricey flavour. The finish, spice had gone, sweet woods, nuts, again with a hint of earth. It's the general theme throughout this cigar has been sweet. There's been fruits there, herbs, nuts, woods, coffee at the start, replaced with a lovely sweet licorice at the end, but a very, very, very sweet cigar. And I just love all the flavours. Plenty of strength, enough to keep you interested, but smooth and creamy, cool smoking. That ash is just pure white. I mean, there's a few slight grey hues in there, but there's no black in that ash anywhere. That was an absolutely phenomenal cigar. A lot of people think they're a little bit overrated, but they're not so much overrated, overpriced for what they are. And in a way, I agree. It is a lot of money for just for a Robusto. But for a treat every once in a while, I'd rather smoke one of those than a Cohiba Robusto. That is for certain. the sweetness, I'm usually a bit hit and miss on sweetness with cigars. Obviously you saw with the Acid, that's an artificial sugar dip sweetness. It's just a lovely sweet tobacco flavour. It has to be right, and there was other flavours there, not quite as much complexity and depth to it as what I love in cigars, but just the flavours were beautiful. This lovely kind of slight subtle like dynamic variations in the flavours throughout the stick, but no, they're awesome smokes. So one of those left, and I've got the big boy that I got off Jack. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Quite a bit of rum, feeling quite happy. So yeah, that'll do it. So I shall speak to you all very, very soon, folks. I hope to be back with some more reviews and a few other odds and sods. So until then, folks, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.